Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. And continuing on the season preview series today, I'm going to be previewing the Minnesota Wild's 2021-22 NHL season. And before I start this preview, I'd like to let you know Kaprizov is included in the lines, as I'm pretty sure news has come out that it was all just a tactic for him to get the contract he wanted. I'm pretty sure CSK Moscow actually came out and said that. So yeah, I just like to let you guys know, and let's get straight into the preview by starting off by looking at their last three seasons. In 2018-19, Minnesota went 37, 36, and 9, finishing 7th out of 7 in the Central Division. In 2019-20, they got a bit better. They went 35, 27, and 7. Finishing 6 out of 7 in the Central. However, since this year was different, there was the qualifying round and everything, but they got eliminated in the qualifying round. And then this past season, 2020-2021, we saw Kaprizov come in. They really took another step forward. They went 35, 16, and 5, finishing 3rd in the West Division, getting eliminated in the first round to Vegas in a series that was closer than Vegas probably would have wanted it to be. Last season, their analytics. In goals, they averaged 3.2 in goals per game, which was 8th in the league, which actually surprised me. I didn't expect their offense to be that good. When I was doing all my research for the preview, I was like, wow, that's actually higher than I thought. And goals against, they averaged 2.84 per game, which was 15th in the league. And the funny thing is that's lower than I thought. So I thought they would be like flipped. I figured goals would be in the middle and goals against would be higher. Power play, 17.6%, which was 23rd in the league, and their penalty kill was 80.7, which was 12th in the league. So that power play needs to come up this next season, especially in a tough Central Division, and they had a pretty solid penalty kill last season. Their projected lines. Now, the odd thing here is I don't watch Minnesota, so I'm pretty sure this was the line last year. But it's funny because they have Kaprizov and Zuccarello on the second line, and Victor Rask. But I'm just going to go in order off how Cat Friendly says it. So, on the first line with Cat Friendly, you got Jordan Greenway, Joel Eriksson Ek, and Marcus Foligno. All these players are good, especially Eriksson Ek and Greenway. They're definitely not ideal first-line forwards. There are some ideal first-line forwards on the second line, but if this was a second line right here, which I think it is compared to the other line, it's pretty good. Marcus Foligno obviously had a very good season last year. You want him to keep that up. On the second line, Kirill the Thrill, Kaprizov, Victor Rask, and Matt Zuccarello. If this is the first line, very good. Matt Zuccarello, Kaprizov, very good. But that center position, Victor Rask is definitely not. I don't think he's a second line center or a first line center, top 6 center. On the third line, now they got Kevin Fiala, Ryan Hartman, and Bukestad. And this is a very good third line, but mainly because of Fiala. And I need Minnesota fans to let me know, because these lines just seem a little scattered to me. Like Kaprizov, Zuccarello on the second line, Victor Rask on the second line, and then Fiala on the third line. If Fiala got 40 points in 50 games last year, and he got like $5 million, but whatever. If that's the case, then this third line is very good. And immediately I notice, I'm like, they got 3 sort of scoring lines going, And they don't necessarily have, other than the Kaprizov line, that scores a lot, and then you got the other 2 lines scoring a bit. And then you got your fourth line of Rav Sturm and Frederick Goudreau. I don't know, it's the fourth line, solid fourth line. But moving on to their defense, you got Brodin and Matt Dumba, and I actually like this first pairing. I don't think Dumba will ever get back to what he did a few years ago, but his contract's up soon, and I don't know about his defensive numbers. I think they were okay. Brodin's defensive numbers were really good, though, if I was looking at it correctly. On the second pairing, you got Goligoski and Jared Spurgeon. I like this second pairing as well. But the problem I have is the third pairing, which is Kulikov and Merrill. I don't like Kulikov. I only saw a little bit of him because I'm an Edmonton fan and he got traded to Edmonton. And he just made so many little mistakes that were annoying. I remember this one game he caused a couple goals, and it was just annoying. Like, he was not very good, so hopefully he plays better. At least in his time in Edmonton. I don't know about New Jersey and stuff, but we'll see. Third pairing. He's only on the third pairing, so he won't be playing a lot. And I don't know much about Merrill. But their defense, overall, I think it's solid, overall. And then moving on to their goaltending. You got Cam Talbot and Capo Kakinen. And at the time they signed Talbot, I was a little bit confused, but so far it's actually turned out to be a very good contract, as last season he put up a .915 save percentage in 33 games and played very well in the playoffs as well. And then you got Kakinen, who's only 25, and he started off really well. I remember he had a very good start, but then it slowed down, and by the end of the season, he was at a .902 save percentage, and he played 24 games. So he's going to need to bounce back, play like he did at the start of the season. But this goalie tandem, it's solid as long as Talbot can keep up what he was doing. And then moving on to their scratches, you got Comarosa, Dewar. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. So people who are under 25, I like to talk about a little bit. I think Dewar was 22, I believe, 21, 22. In the AHL last season, he put up 23 points in 32 games. Maybe he can find his way into the lineup. And the other person on here I talked about is a scratch, is Addison. He's a year younger than Dewar. He put up 21 points or 22 points in 31 games in the AHL. And who knows, maybe he could find himself in the lineup as well. As for my prediction goes for the Minnesota Wild, I'm going to say that they finish. You got Colorado and Winnipeg. Those will be the top two teams, I think. Chicago, no. Dallas, probably not. I might be forgetting about a team, but I feel like third in the Central is where I have Minnesota. I feel like that's a good prediction. Minnesota, third in the Central. That's what I think. Tell me what you think, especially Minnesota fans, in the comments down below. Where do you think they'll end up? How do you think they'll do? And when do you think Kaprizov will finally be signed? Because, man, it's taken a long time. And I wonder how much he'll get, actually, as well. But thank you for watching if you're still here. And I'll see you in the next video. Loud.